When it comes to attachment styles, it is dismissive avoidants that are the most likely to cheat on their partner. And there's a few reasons for this. First of all, when you're dealing with a dismissive avoidant, you are dealing with a person that really needs external validation to feel better about themselves. They don't know how to internally validate themselves. So, getting that attention from the affair, it gives them that validation, that dopamine that they desperately need. And the dopamine helps numb their insecurities. It helps them feel better about themselves. It helps them actually avoid their inner shame. Second reason, it creates emotional distance between themselves and their actual partner. Because emotional intimacy is terrifying to a dismissive avoidant. They directly associate it with rejection and abandonment. And that's because they received consistent emotional neglect in childhood, which they personalized. And because they personalized it, they grew up to feel defective and unlovable. It's a wound of shame. And their subconscious fear is, if I let my partner in my heart, if I let my walls down, my partner is going to figure out that I'm defective and they're going to reject and abandon me. So emotional intimacy is terrifying. And it's really hard to have emotional intimacy with a person that you are actively cheating on and betraying. So it creates emotional distance, and emotional distance helps the dismissive avoidant feel safe again. Now, lastly, even though they received emotional neglect and they grew up in households where they couldn't talk about feelings, deep down, they still have a need to express themselves and to be vulnerable. But it's terrifying to do that with their primary partner, because their primary partner is the high risk partner, right? That's the one that they fear rejection from. That's the one that they fear being vulnerable to, because that's the partner that they actually subconsciously have up on a pedestal, their main partner. This partner is the great one, the one that is probably too good for them, etc., etc. So the affair partner gives them an opportunity to be vulnerable with somebody. And this is why dismissive avoidants often cheat down. They often cheat with a partner that is less attractive, less successful, less appealing in every way, shape, and form. And that's because this is a person that they don't really fear rejection from. And it's a person they can be vulnerable with, a person that they can release those emotions to without the fear of rejection. It is the low risk partner. So these are the reasons why dismissive avoidants are most likely to cheat. But that said, most dismissive avoidants don't cheat. They are the most prone to it, but most don't, because it's not only a reflection of their insecurities and their attachment style, it's a reflection of their character too. And cheating absolutely is a reflection of poor character, and it's a character flaw, and it's a representation of that person. And it is never the fault of the person cheated on. So it is absolutely a choice, because if it wasn't a choice, all dismissive avoidance would cheat. And that's clearly not the case.